wonderful, fantastic news. My hardbacks of The One Dark Window, Two Twisted Crowns, Shepherd's King Duology is finally here. I just got these in the mail a couple days ago, and I'm so excited to show them to you because they're absolutely gorgeous. So here is my reflection review on these beautiful hardbacks, as well as what I would rate this series. First things first, if you liked The Cruel Prince and you're curious about whether or not you want to read One Dark Window, absolutely do it. These two reminded me so much of each other. The Shepherd King's Duology is just a shorter version of The Cruel Prince. The Cruel Prince series, for those who've seen my longer video, is a massive series, okay? It's huge. If you did not know that, go watch my super long part 1, part 2 video for the 11 books or something that are actually in this series. But if you liked that and you want to read something slightly shorter, the Shepherd King's Duology of One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns is a perfect thing to follow up with if you want the same kind of vibes, in my opinion. This is definitely very dark gothic type fantasy, but it's still got that fantasy romance aspect to it. And there are just aspects of the characters that seem very familiar to the Cruel Prince series. So keep that in mind. The first book is One Dark Window. This is the gorgeous cover, which I do like. I'm a little sad that the top art piece doesn't have as much of the art from the paperbacks. I actually read these both in the paperback form, and both of them have our beautiful main character up at the top, and I do love her there, and she looks fabulous, but I kind of also liked some of the other vibes, so I'm a little sad about that. However, under the dust jacket, we still have a very beautiful book. It's not the most gorgeous hardback special edition that I own, but that's still beautiful foiling on the front cover. We don't have anything on the back. The inside, I think these are really gorgeous end page, pages on the cover. I think these are wonderful. They've got the beautiful cards. And so that I do think is very nice for these editions. For Two Twisted Crowns, this is the front beautiful cover. It's looking gorgeous. I'm so excited to have this on my shelf underneath the dust jacket. Similar to the first book in this duology, we've got beautiful foiling on the front, this gorgeous red, but it's still, again, not the fanciest special edition. And that's okay. It's still really beautiful. And then again, these end pages are really what I think takes the cake for these hardcovers. So that I think is really beautiful. For ratings for this series, I would rate One Dark Window between 4 and 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. The only reason why it's not rated higher is mainly because it is so similar to a lot of other stories I've read. There's aspects of this that are very unique. The magic system is very unique and very cool, and I really like that. And just because it's very similar to other stories, like I said, I got a ton of the Cruel Prince vibes while reading this, doesn't mean that you shouldn't read this or it'll feel like a carbon copy. There's just some relationships that sometimes you're like, oh, okay, this is that character from that book, and this is the other character from that other book that also feels the very same. So there's a lot of remembering of other characters. And I don't think that's bad. It's just something where when I'm reading something very similar, for me to give it a really high rating, I would need to say that it's the best of that type of story that I've been told. And this isn't the best, but it's still really, really good. So 4 to 4.5 stars. I really like this. I don't believe book 1 has any spice in it, if I remember correctly. Book 2, on the other hand, does have an explicit spicy scene, so keep that in mind. It's still not a ton. It's not the whole point of the book. I wouldn't say this is a particularly spicy series or duology. It just, there is explicit spice in this book. I really liked this. This is absolutely a 4.5 stars, so keep that in mind as well for this duology. It gets better as you continue on. A character I found really annoying in One Dark Window became really intriguing and fascinating in Two Twisted Crowns. So I really liked where the story went with this, and I found this book to be really, really great, a really good conclusion for this duology. I liked how we kept it short with just the 2 books. I do think that the ending of this was just a little bit rushed, but not too bad. Doesn't drop it down too much. I still think it's a fabulous, fabulous story, and I love it. And I honestly would recommend the Shepherd King's Duology to anybody who likes fantasy, basically, to anybody who likes romantasy. This is still great. You want something short, you want something gothic, dark, but still really intriguing, a really different kind of magic system that you haven't read before, give this a try. This is really, really great in those ways. Just don't necessarily expect something brand new if you've gone deep into fantasy, because this is not by any means a brand new type story. In my opinion, there's so many similarities to other things. Some parts of book 1 were very predictable. Well, very is a strong word. Were predictable. I still felt like there were plenty of surprises, though, honestly, in both books, where I was like, oh, that's where we're taking this. Oh, interesting, interesting. So still kept my attention, still loved it, still was willing to spend the money to own the hardcovers. So keeping this on my shelf, absolutely. And overall, I think I would give the entire series a 4 stars, even though I would rate this a 4.5 for the second book. Well, maybe a 4.5 overall. I don't know. It's tough. Between 4 and 4.5. A 4.25 stars. It's still so wonderful. And I did love it. I genuinely really did love it. And I did buy Rachel Gillig's next book, The Night and the Moth. I did buy that because I'm like, absolutely, I'm gonna read this. This was really great. So I'm really excited for her next series when it's completed. So, actually this will look like, beautiful. So excited. Recommend. Love these hardcovers. They're awesome. And that's for today. I'll see you next time.